Okay, so I just wanted to go through a couple of things with this graphics card that I'm not particularly happy with, but I do seem to have sorted it out. This graphics card is a Nitro 480 RX. So I just wanted to go through a couple of things with this graphics card that I'm not particularly happy with, but I do seem to have sorted it out. With, but I do seem to have sorted it out. This. Oh, sorry, I just got off-putted by that. So yeah, I've got the RX 480 8 gig version Nitro card, and as soon as I bought it off eBay second hand. I got a pretty good deal, I suppose, because CEX sell them for, I think, well, at the time, £130. So in euros, I think that's about 160, something like that, 160 euros. Anyway, so I came across this problem. I suppose if you're on this page, if you're watching this video, then there's a reason for it. But there is a problem with this card, and as soon as you start a game, notably a high performance game, say like if I put the settings on ultra on say Battlefield 1 or World of Warcraft, which I have on ultra anyway, and at a high scaling resolution, the GPU goes up. Temperature here. This temperature goes up, and the way around it is, just give me a second because I've got to press my middle mouse button to talk. I don't know why, but basically there is a way around it, and thankfully Whatman is good. You do have to click this here, so just give me a second. You click that and you go to manual. I've reset this for the purpose of this YouTube video. So if I go quiet, it's just because I'm clicking and I can't press the middle button and talk at the same time and do this at the same time. So if you just watch, it's quite interesting. If you've just got the card and you're wondering why your temperature's shooting up, this will be the reason why. It's called undervolting, or currently my clock speed is 608, but it can run up to 2000 megahertz. So if you click this button here, and then you click this button, this is where the problem is. The card's default settings are this, so they've got different states. So when your computer, say like this one here will be, say like when your computer's just running idle. This one here, sorry, when your computer's running idle. This one will be like the next state, and then the next state. You know, the more you do, the more higher the states. So what you've got to do is click these and just type in here where the cursor is. I've had mine as low as I think it's 1300, something like that. You can have it max, but then the most important thing is this one. Now, if you just lower these just a little bit, you'll see a big difference in the heat and the fans and the wattage. Or one, you know, I'm new to this myself. The voltage, basically. So you reduce these. I normally have this one at. If you just give me a second, I'll show you. Because I've got them on global settings. So I've got all my games. I've got all my games here that I play, and all these will be on high or ultra resolution. Obviously, it's an 8 gig card; it can do it. So if I just click, say, Battlefield, see how it's gone down to 953. Now I can up that and lower this. It doesn't really hurt the computer, the graphics card. I have had, if you've watched one of my videos, I'll link it in by a guy called MK. I think it's MKG. I don't even know his YouTube channel, but basically he's a good friend of mine. And I put this computer together. It's an R5 1500X. got 8 gig of RAM, of course, 2133, which, believe it or not, Martin didn't believe it was, but when he got the RAM out, I was right. And also, it's got a RAF cooler, or Rafe cooler, I don't know how to say it. I'm Northern, I'm very sorry. Hence the reason my channel's called Northern Monkey. But basically, it was bugging me and it just put me off gaming. It put me off gaming. So I had a look on YouTube. So other people have done this before, and it doesn't. You're not voiding your warranty. You're not going to hurt if anything, if you keep your graphics card at, like, say, all the way up to this, you are going to, well, your graphics card will just shut down. It did it to me a couple of times, and it was really peeing me off. And just getting into a game, and then all of a sudden, boom, the computer, either the game stops or the computer powers down. I don't have a very good power supply on this computer. It's a 650 watt, but it's a modular or semi-modular. She said so. He said semi. So yeah, basically it's an absolute nightmare. But a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes or whatever it does, whatever it is, to take time just to do these settings. You can have them on global settings if you want, but for some reason, if you change the settings up here or here to global, sometimes it goes back to automatic, and you start a game, you're not without looking, and this will shoot up and this will shoot up. Now, I do get pretty good frames per second on this as an ultra graphics card. I think it's what, 3-4 years old, and for 130 or 110 pound that I paid on YouTube, sorry, it is a quality card. Now, when Martin, my friend, or MKC, rebuilds, when he rebuilt this, I didn't actually redo the paste on the graphics card. I should have done, but because I've never been in a graphics card before, and I wasn't, I'm pretty semi skilled. He said semi again. I'm pretty good at computers, and it's the first time I've done the cable management. I didn't have any cable ties, which is why it was stressed me out, and I couldn't do the RGB fans. So that's why I sent it to Martin. Martin was kind enough to come and pick it up and work on it over the weekend, even though he was working hard at work himself. He basically does it as a part-time job, and he was absolutely brilliant, to say the least, basically. So yeah, if you live in the Droitwich area of Worcester, as long as we're not in a 4, find him on Facebook, MKC Computers, or whatever he calls himself. I will put a link in the description below. And he's done a few videos, like me. He's very helpful. In fact, he did do, I think it was last year, he's got the 4 gig version. I think it might have been the 4 gig. I'm pretty sure it was a 4 gig version of this card, of the Nitro card, and he does actually show you how to strip the card down, clear the thermal paste, and then reapply it. But it was quite funny with the video, because I, instead of doing the GPU, I did the CPU. Whenever I buy a second-hand computer, or albeit a brand new computer, which I don't very do often, I took the old, dusty, dirty fan off, and basically I was like, oh god, I hope he gets me a new one, because this one's just had it. It was absolutely filthy. Just give me a second. Excuse me a minute, my girl wants something. Right, where was I? Probably rabbiting. So yeah, basically I've got an RX 1500, reasonable graphics, reasonable CPU, uh, pretty decent cooling. I've got enough storage. I've got an M.2 on the motherboard, and generally as a rule, I absolutely love the computer. Um, I'd been offered 500. I think I put it on Facebook for 580, but I'm not actually going to sell it now because the amount of money I poured into the computer, and now I've got it sorted the way I want it. It's not viable. I will be upgrading, and I've got away. Sorry, got interrupted again. So yeah, basically because I've sorted this out, and if you're having the same problem, this is the first place I go to. Like I said, I've not had any crashes. While I've had crashes while this has been at what was it, 1150 or something like that, and I've had crashes when this has been up and that's been up. But because what you'll find is as soon as you start a game, so like I was in Just Cause 4 when I first started. I just downloaded it, bought it and downloaded it, Just Cause 4. It's quite a demanding game. My graphics card's more than powerful enough to play it. But as soon as I started it and I put the settings even to like high or medium, the temperature would just shoot up, and I'm talking like possible breaking point of the GPU. I don't actually know if it's just my CPU, my GPU, or whether you're having a problem with it. Type down in the comments below if you are, because I would love to know whether it's just it's just my graphics card, or it's all of the Nitro cards. Because to be honest, like I was saying anyway, so I am planning on upgrading to a 3600 Ryzen 5 3600, possibly a new motherboard, and then obviously I think I've looked online, and this motherboard, which is the A320, it's just like a budget board basically. It does support up to 32 gig. Now, I'm not really, I can't see me using 32 gig in any game. Possibly 16 gig of maybe 24 or 3200 DDR4. So put your comments in the below. Click like, subscribe if you don't find my voice annoying, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching. Bye.